forgot that I don't like much related to okay. Did I see you on the ship that C is on? Courier girl, did I? After all the magical nights we spent together too, or was I just another name on your long list of conquests? Why yes, Reen, please explain. Now I wish I didn't take Elisa. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Our fighting was in perfect sync.
When I could keep up, at least.
Nice.
Thanks. I really am glad to see you're all right.
I really am happy for us to be back together again. The party is back. Reen, Wara, Elliot, and Elisa. That was my main party.
And the same goes for you too, Emma.
I feel the same way.
I got some contact lenses for you, by the way.
I can hardly believe that this is actually happening. The day's finally come where we can all be together again. It all feels like a wonderful dream.
A wonderful dream, huh? Well, fortunately, this isn't a dream. These might be tough times for Erebonia, but we're persevering. That perseverance is what brought us together again, and the fact that we found each other makes everything we've been through along the way worth it.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. But I know that I wouldn't have been able to come this far if not for all of you. It was only because I knew I could have faith in all of you that I could do any of what I did. So, thank you.
You've really grown strong, Emma.
Wait, Emma!
Oh, thank you, Celine. Thank you for all the support you've given my classmates. And thank you for coming all the way here with them to see me.
Please, it was nothing. But I'm glad you're okay, I guess. At least I won't end up astray.
Well,
Celine, there's nothing wrong with being honest about your feelings, you know?
Boy, does it feel great to be together again.
Right.
Well, we've done what we set out to do here, and there's no sign of any more cryptids, so how about we head back to town for now?
Count me in. You guys are fine with that too, right?
That's fine by me. We can tell you more about what we've been doing since we parted ways.
Then we're off to the pier.
I seriously cannot be more happy right now. Fog's actually a little less dense than it was on the way before. On the, what the, same thing. Maybe because we defeated those cryptids? Most likely so. I imagine they were accelerating the development of a problem that would have appeared regardless. So while the situation should settle down for now, I imagine it will happen again in due time. Indeed, the fundamental cause is likely elsewhere and much more complex. Program as a whole will have to stay wary for a while, I suppose. Still, listening to what you had to say, it's troubling to think of how unpredictable this war is. There's no telling what direction it's going to take. Yeah, unfortunately. The fighting between the Noble Alliance and the Imperial Army is showing no signs of letting up. We've still got no idea what's going on over at the Academy or what happened to the courageous and Viscount RZ. It's been over a month since we last heard from either of them. I'm a little worried, to tell the truth. I'm still fully convinced we have nothing to worry about in that regard. My father is alive and well, of that I am certain. I believe in him. If you believe in him, then I will too. I'm inclined to believe she's right. If anything, I'm more concerned about Eustace's whereabouts. Yeah, where is Eustace? One would expect Duke Alberia's son to be easier to find than this. Eustace wasn't with Graham at one point, wasn't he? Do either of you have any idea where he is now? He was with us when we fled the academy, yes. Several days ago, he boarded a train to Bereahard. He was growing increasingly concerned over what was happening in the region. At least we know where he went. That's a relief. That's one of the Alliance's most well-protected strongholds now. I'm surprised it's even possible to get there by train. It was at the time, but not anymore. The Alliance has brought in heavy restrictions on railway travel since his departure. We've been at a loss of what to do. That explains it. But we can think about that when we get back to town. If it comes to it, we could always walk there using the highways.
Emma?
What's wrong?
I feel like I should have told you so many things a long time ago. About me and Celine, and about Divine Knights and Awakeners.
Oh,
That means...
Does that mean you're ready to tell us now?
Yes, I am.
well, if you're sure.
I imagine you've heard some of this from Celine already, but still. Enrolling at Thor's was originally part of my duty as one of the Hexen clan. It's a clan of witches that traces its origins far back into the past.
What kind of duty would have you enroll at a military academy?
It's one that's been passed down through our clan for a long, long time. We must watch over the fragments of the great power sealed deep underground and observe whatever comes to pass regarding them, just as it did for many others before her. That duty fell to Emma as well.
When you say the great power, you mean Valimar, right? Did both of you know about the Divine Knights this whole time?
We knew of their existence, yes, as well as the fact that they choose an Awakener. And that their chosen Awakener will be drawn into an unavoidable battle. Just because you had the potential to become one, you were drawn into a great conflict against your will. And not just you, Reen. The rest of us have become secondary contractors, and yet I couldn't say or do anything for you. I couldn't even give you a simple word of warning. What right do I have to call myself your classmate after failing all of you like that?
Don't be silly, Emma.
You didn't fail us at all.
Emma, you're not going to say what I think you're going to say, are you?
I'm sure this isn't what you want to hear after coming all this way to find me.
Oh, don't even think about it, Emma. You're not going anywhere.
But this is where we should part ways.
Emma. You said it yourself back in the old schoolhouse. You said Class Vll is the finest Erebonia has to offer, right?
I may not always show much in the way of class spirit, but I'm confident Class 7 is the finest Erebonia has to offer.
She wasn't wearing that, but okay.
We all come from different backgrounds, and we all had things we were maybe scared to or couldn't tell anyone. Crow has his past, you have yours. I have this strange power of mine that I've carried with me for as long as I can remember. That doesn't directly relate to the Divine Knights in any way, does it?
No, though there's always the possibility it may be one of the reasons why you were chosen. I know plenty about witches and their history, but none of that gives me a clue as to what your powers could be.
All right, Ben. The point is that even after learning I had this monstrous power within me, you all accepted me without a second thought. I feel that I'm a part of Class Vll as much as anyone else, and I'm proud to say I am too. Class Vll is only the best there is because it has every one of us in it. Me, Elisa, Elliot, Laura, Fee, Machias, Eustace, Gaius, Milliam, Crow, and you, Emma. You're not an exception. Without you, our class wouldn't be what it is. Just like it wouldn't be if any one of us weren't a part of it.
I don't know about C, but...
Oh, Reen,
He's absolutely right.
So I don't want to hear you say anything like that ever again. We want you right where you are. guiding me, guiding all of us. And not just as a witch, but as the kind class president and caring friend you always have been.
Goodness! How can I possibly refuse when you put it like that? All right then. I can't deny the ancient knowledge that I possess, or my position as a witch, but I always want to remain the same Emma Milstein of Class 7 that I have been since the day I joined Thor's. So please, let me stay at your side.
Of course.
That goes without saying.
Always, Emma.
We wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, I think that wraps things up nicely, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. I can see Legram coming into view now. Is everyone ready to start?
What's that?
Is that an airship?
Not
It's
good.
coming from the sky to the west.
Is that?
That definitely ain't one of ours. Where's it heading? Oh, crap.
An Alliance airship? Wait, that's a commanding officer ship too.
Indeed. Well, it seems we have ourselves some visitor.
My apologies for the unexpected arrival. I should have sent word. I am Aurelia Le Guin of the Noble Alliance.
Yeah, I knew of this.
I wish to make a brief visit to the territory of Viscount Arcade.
Sure changes later.
It's a pleasure to see you again, your ladyship. And a pleasure to meet you as well, Brigadier General.
We were simply in the area, so we thought we might drop by and pay you a visit. It's been quite some time since we last met. I was hoping to take the opportunity to apologize to my master for not staying in touch. But I see that won't be possible.
Unfortunately so.
I wouldn't have minded setting eyes on the famous Radiant Blade Master, but I suppose I'll have to be content with meeting his daughter.
I'm honored, General.
I can't believe they're here.
Do you know them, Reen?
They're really intimidating.
Their names are General Aurelia Le Guin and Brigadier General Wallace Bardius. They're said to be the two strongest generals in the provincial armies.
Yeah, I don't think there are many people interested in martial arts who don't know about them. That's how famous they are.
The main question is, are they really bad news right now or not?
Brigadier General Bardius is otherwise known as the Black Whirlwind. He's known for his unparalleled spearmanship. But I've heard he has Nord blood running through him too.
Oh, I see.
Actually, he does kind of remind me of Gaius.
I wonder if that's how he came to be so tall.
A number of warriors from Nord were said to have fought with Emperor Dreikels during the War of the Lions. Perhaps he's a descendant of theirs?
Yeah, that makes sense. As for the woman with him, She's generally known as the Golden Rakshasa. She's also a countess and head of the Le Guin family, as well as commander of the Lemaire Provincial Army. And hard as it is to believe, I've heard she's a practitioner of both the Arcade and Vander schools of swordsmanship.
That's pretty good.
What?
Wasn't the Vander school practiced by the guardians of the Imperial family?
Lieutenant General Vander is a practitioner of the Vander School too, obviously.
They're both key figures in the Alliance right at its front, which does lead me to wonder what they would want in a neutral region like this.
Still, it won't do to have you standing around here. Allow me to show you to my father's office. Klaus, would you prepare some tea?
Oh, there's no need to concern yourself with that. Seeing that the Viscount isn't here gave us all the information that we needed.
What might you be suggesting?
Be at ease. We didn't come to criticize anyone for the Crimson Wing's appearance near Trista. Still, it's always good to know who you're fighting against. The way I see it, you're continuing to remain neutral now. But if it came to it, you wouldn't be afraid to take up arms for your personal sense of justice.
There's no need to be hasty. We have more than enough opponents to be going on with. For now, let's focus on drawing out Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex. We can't allow Rufus to be the only one making any major achievements.
True enough.
It would please me so if you were to fight under me one day, too. I believe you have the potential to surpass even me, given sufficient practice.
I am honored that you would say so. However, my swordsmanship is inexperienced at best. I wouldn't dare presume to have the potential to surpass anyone at this stage. I would ask that you wait until I can at least best my father in a duel before making that invitation.
Then wait I shall. I look forward to the day. With that, I believe it's time we took our leave.
Perhaps so. I was hoping you would introduce us to your friends, but they seem to be feeling rather shy.
Teasing them, are you? I'm sure we'll have the opportunity one day. I sense great potential within them.
As do I.
I apologize for being unable to do anything to make your visit more comfortable. Klaus, please escort them.
As you wish, milady.
Come to think of it, perhaps you wouldn't mind joining me in a battle before I depart. I haven't had the joy in quite some time.
I hardly think an old man such as myself would prove to be a worthy opponent to one of your strength, General.
Yeah, he's full on bullshitting.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. You haven't let your guard down for a second since I stepped into Legram.
Yeah, that really took a toll on her.
I'm sorry that you had to see me like that. It took all that I had not to be overwhelmed by their sheer presence.
I'm not surprised. We could feel it well enough ourselves, and we weren't even in the room.
That didn't stop them from noticing us, though.
My fur was on end the whole time.
I almost let out a little yelp when they mentioned us.
They really did seem to be way beyond us in terms of skill.
This just goes to show how many skilled people the Alliance has among their ranks. With warriors like them on the battlefield and tacticians like Rufus Alberea behind the scenes, we can't—
All very true.
Damn, why did I do that?
Still, that's no reason to give up now. We need to keep pressing on. And on that note, I think it's about time we left ourselves. Let's go and bring back Eustace. And once we've done that, then we can decide what we're going to do and who we're going to be fighting against.
Indeed.
Then let's start heading to Boreahard.
So that's what Aurora wore for a bit in the first one. But the new... Ooh! Okay, yeah, this is nice. What is Emma's? She wore that a little bit in 1 for me. Ooh! That looks real nice. Okay.
My turn.
Okay. Right.